Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the new Psychic Fangs Luxray in Raid League. We're playing against some people I asked on Twitter to play against me, just in general. Like usually, if there's no league available where I can play the cday Pokemon or like the new Pokemon that just came out, which is interesting in a league, I usually ask on Twitter for battles, so like follow me there if you want to be a part of that as well. If you scream about that again, that's clickbait because of the thumbnail. I'm sorry, but I only had a shiny Luxray for the thumbnail because I always do everything prior the actual like event cday or whatever before, so like every graphic I can do before I do before. So sorry if that's like no shiny Luxray on the thumbnail while I play a normal Luxray. Well, we just kind of destroyed this one mid-champ there as well with this thing. The opponent quit out there, good game there. But yeah, this was actually the spiciest battle there, so like you don't expect to have like all the time some spicy stuff from people that have no clue what they're playing or whatever. I had like a hardcore meta against this Pokemon, and it was kind of interesting to play, definitely. Like it's definitely a Pokemon that is kind of unique, and I actually enjoyed it. I think it can function well, but I also think it needs kind of like something that gets out with all the meta Pokemon. Like you need like something that maybe a remix cup. If we get remix cup again next season, then might be actually decent. If you have like no G-Fisk everywhere and like not all those completely meta Pokemon, no Sableye. I think that thing is like just because of the stat product, I think it's like slightly below meta and like below usable, but I think it can have some play in some certain metas. Somewhere it's like really dense or something this where like maybe electric types have a bit more play because ground types are not that common. I think this Pokemon definitely has some play. I really enjoyed the combination of the charge moves. Of course, the quick move is debatable. In general, like you can use either the Snarl or you can use the Spark. I decided for Spark because I saw on P-Poke that it wins some more of the meta matchups. And in general also the stab move, while Snarl gives you more energy generation, which is also cool. I think I would say Snarl if you use it as a save swap, while Spark and Elite in the closer position. So like if you use a save swap, I think Snarl does make a bit more sense because you generate energy a bit more faster and you can kind of pressure your opponent a bit better, as well as giving, like for example, the most common ground type other than G-Fisk. Of course, in G-Fisk you have like literally no play with this Pokemon. Gonna be the Nidoqueen, and against Nidoqueen you have like Psychic Fangs, which you can definitely kind of use with Snarl a bit better against it, because I think you need always 3 Snarls to get to 1 Psychic Fang, which is pretty cool. So yeah, in those situations it might be better. It might also be better in Ultra League. I'm gonna give this Pokemon a try on, I would guess, Wednesday. Yeah, I think Wednesday on Ultra League and Open Ultra League when the leagues are back again. I definitely kind of want to give that Pokemon a try there then. Before, like I have 2 videos planned for tomorrow evening and also for like the normal video on Tuesday, which might be pretty cool and very spicy. And by the way, if you're gonna see my Nix videos for the last week, I'm at a very low elo, like 2,400, 2,500, somewhere like this. I just had like no motivation to play the Go Battle Day really. What I always did there, like not always, like some battles I then took serious again and used like premium passes and I went like 5-0 every time I tried. But here, by the way, this opponent was just like so fast move based, I couldn't really do a lot of things against this guy. Like good game there, he's just gonna charm me all the way down, Shadow Granbull. Yeah, it's kind of like we are really squishy on the lead and in the closer position. Of course, Ezo is a bit bulkier. Yeah, but it was kind of unfortunate. Good game though. Next up we have Stunfisk in the lead. Was this guy? I think that must be this guy. There was like one guy who played a very interesting team where it made kind of sense, but also kind of not sense, with just completely hard-walled every time Luxray. This is kind of the problem with the battles. Everybody gonna know that I'm gonna play Luxray. Like literally, there's no way people won't know that. He still makes a really good play here by now sniping my Trevenant. It was actually really cold as well. I was like outside still for the battles, and yeah, I don't know, like it's really tough to play. My hands are still super cold. I don't know how much they get, like how cold it is here right now, but it's always a bit difficult to battle then. But yeah, like good play there. But you're gonna see, like usually you play this team with either Tropius in the back or you play it with Venusaur in the back. Both our Luxray had some chances against it. In here we see Meganium where Luxray has like nothing it can do. Nothing it can do here. Good game there, like completely hard counter against Luxray. Sadly, there was nothing Luxray could have done at all in this battle. I guess the best matchup would have been the Sableye, but yeah, it's I thought like maybe it's a Venus on the back because this does make more sense, because the matchup, like the in general core between the Stunfisk and the Venusaur does make more sense, because Venusaur resists the fighting type moves while the Venusaur is weak against psychic type moves, while the Stunfisk resists the psychic type moves again. Yeah, I thought as soon as I saw this Pokemon, I thought like, oh no, I'm gonna die. This completely destroys my whole team. Like Trevenant cannot deal with it, Luxray has nothing against this, and even the Azumarill like completely gets walled basically by this thing, so there is nothing I can do here really. I thought at least, let's see how this game plays out, because it played out a bit differently than I expected. I mean, I faced the hardest counter basically against me in the lead. He let this one go, so this thing is basically gone already. I'm gonna catch the move here perfectly onto my Azumarill. And I expect like some kind of water type in the back, either like Azumarill, okay, Azumarill comes out here, maybe even double water. Double water is very common here with Azumarill as a safe swap. Then something like, for example, either Swampert or Pelipper might make sense in the back, which at least Pelipper, my Luxray would be good. Otherwise I have to rely on the Seed Bomb that I have stored on my Trevenant. Gonna be very interesting. I hope it's not a Swampert though. Because yeah, Swampert is, again, that's why Swampert is so good, like, and that's why also electric types are not really good in the current Great League meta. Ground types are like everywhere. Ground types have like a really good standing right now in the Great League meta. It's a Sableye actually in the back. That also does make sense. Yeah, this also like does make a lot of sense. As it's usually used as a side swap, the Sableye in this team. We bait him here and we can actually go for the Wild Charge in time. I don't know why my opponent didn't throw the foul play. I think that would have KO'd us and in general would have been enough there, but thanks for that. I think I should have won this battle, but still, thanks for the battle. And we're gonna win, even though it was the hardest lead counter we could have had with 3 Pokemon alive. Jagan's a good friend of mine, and he leads with the Ninetales alone. Ninetales against me. And as soon as he swapped in the Sableye, I knew his team already, because I even showcased it on my channel if you haven't seen that yet. It's a team that brought him to Legend pretty early in the season. It's a very good team, and I cannot do anything against this team. Like, I don't think there would be any possible way to win with my team against his team. Reason being, Trevenant has literally no play. Like, what you're gonna see in the back gonna be an Umbreon. If you most likely already saw the video that I made on this team. I actually got a lot of views, I think, when I did the video on this team, when I played the team. But yeah, here's Umbreon in the back. I knew that already. So Trevenant, what do you want to do in this matchup? Against the lead, one Weather Ball KOs me after the charm. Against Sableye, one foul play KOs me. Against the Umbreon, I'm completely hard-walled as well, so yeah, it's basically playing with 2 Pokemon against 3 Pokemon, and one of my 2 Pokemons are Luxray, which is like basically a piece of paper, so good game there. There's nothing you can do there, like literally from the start to the end. But very good team. Like, if you need one still to hit Legend in the last week, I can recommend the team from my opponent here. Really cool team when I played it as well. Had a lot of success with it, which I didn't really expect because it seemed a bit weak to Azumarill, but actually the Charm A9 and the Sableye kinda can handle the Azumarill pretty well. Well, the Umbreon, of course, is just like a very, very bulky. I think he wanted to like flex on me and try to catch his move there. What I did there though was just like waiting for him to finish me off at this point, because there was nothing really I could do anyway. So yeah, kind of unnecessary play there, but good game there. Nothing I can do there. Like from the get-go, completely countered. Speaking of hard countered, let's go into Scrafty there. Yeah, because of course Scrafty is kind of a problem for my lead, and Azu is my best answer for that. I'm just gonna use my Luxray as a safe swap for this battle. And yeah, I kind of underestimate the Scrafty at the end. He kind of overestimates my Luxray here because he double shields against this thing. Well, this is of course only the Psychic Fangs, which doesn't KO anything or like wouldn't even be super effective. But thanks for the shield here, I go into my Azumarill. Of course, I wait the clock because he was still like in the lead matchup, and I can go for the Ice Fang there. Ice Beam, I mean. I should have swapped out most likely already at this point, but I'm just gonna stay in and shield the Poison Fang, which was all not a really smart play. But of course, I don't know his last Pokemon. For me, there must be something in the back that's also good against Charm users and against Fighting type users. And as we're gonna see, it's gonna be... Oh, here I actually make a mistake, kinda-ish. Yeah, it's definitely a mistake in this regard, because I expected him to not be that close to the foul play. I thought he would maybe be like one move off and I would be able to win CMP against him. But you're gonna have Lickitung in the back, which me as a team builder, I don't really understand it, to be honest. What do you do against one fighting type lead? What do you do against a charm lead? Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, for example, A9 or whatever. Like, if you get some farm there, especially from the lead, like, just like choose Leandro's team, it completely hard walls this team. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the team he uses here. Maybe in a different order, maybe play Go a bit in the lead, especially with the Poison Fang. It's pretty cool in the lead, as you're going to be able to just, if you win the lead anyway and the opponent swaps out, you can just Poison Fang them, and you have a really good matchup for the later matchups in general, so it's fine. But yeah, here we have the Youngsters defense in the lead. Very interesting. You rarely see that in the lead recently. And you see the Vigoroth coming in here, and I know his team. That's like a team I also showcased, I think, twice or something on my channel, but I think it's made by Valor, I think, which is like the triple counter team, which is just like this thing. And then we have in the back the Obstagoon. So I kind of knew how to play around this at this point, and I thought at least I knew how to play around this. And what I'm going to try to do here is just farm all the way down. I basically calculated there that I need 3 bubbles, and that should be enough to get him before he gets in the move. He overfarmed by 1 move there, but like he basically died on throwing the charge move, which is nice. And we can go for a play rough here, and yeah, I expected him to shield this because there was literally no reason to him not to shield this, as I know that he's gonna have the Obstagoon in the back already. It's very obvious if you have a Vigoroth coming into the Deoxys. And yeah, of course another shield here. I'm just gonna try to catch the move here because I have to save my Azu, but it's actually fine that we can get to a move here with our Trevenant as well. Because yeah, we get him basically into range for 1 Azu move. I also thought of then no shielding my Azu because I could just like farm down with the Luxray and like wild charge the Deoxys, but thought this was kind of risky, so I'm just gonna shield here, and he goes on Night Slash bait, which is fine. We can go for the Ice Beam and KO him. By the way, you should remember that you should throw away all the Pokemon that you don't need right now during the cday. I think you have like 3 times the amount of transfer candy and also a 4 times higher chance to get XL candy. I used that pretty well, like I saved up over 1000 Pokemon, I think, and threw them all away. So also especially like legendary, like throw them away if you don't need them, also as well for not for trades, because then you should be able to get some nice XL there. I think I'm really close to Darkrai XL now. Of course I still have to wait till the next time Darkrai is available for that, but we will see. Next up we have Venusaur against us. And this guy was crazy. I think that was also the last game I played in general. But this game was like the most insane game I had. Here's the Sludge Bomb. He does not give a shit there about not shielding this. I can see this. He just didn't care shit about whatsoever. I don't really mind, I guess, for him. And he has a Drapion. And I was like, okay, I think I would one-shot this thing with a Wild Charge actually, because I see how much the Sparks do. Like Spark does a lot of damage against the Drapion, so I'm just gonna try to bait him there. Worked out pretty well, to be honest. He didn't shield again. Who needs shields anyway? I guess I bait too much in this matchup a little bit, but the game gonna be really insane at the end. We got the debuff already. I expected him to shield here. At least I had to get some shields. Finally he shielded. Thank God. And we can shield here as well now, the crunch. I know that I won't CMP. And he gets the extra quick move in there, which is kind of annoying because now I have to try to catch his crunch. And let me tell you, this didn't work out at all. He goes to such swamp here, so I'm like in such a bad spot. Like I didn't even KO a single Pokemon from him. He still has the Venusaur here, which does not get to the move in time because we got 2 bubbles in against the Drapion. And we can KO this. You're gonna have something interesting in the back, I think. You're gonna have the Swampert in the back. And at this point, I just hope that he throws pretty soon against me. He does do that, and now I'm like 1 move away from the Seed Bomb, which would KO a Swampert from full health, which I'm gonna go for. And now we're gonna have a race to the charge move with the Drapion. We both get to the charge move at the same time, unless he overfarmed. And I'm just gonna say this is gonna be it for this video. Thanks all for watching. Be excited for the next videos for when we have the Great League back again and the Ultra League, and see you in the next one.